One of the key things that will drive your plan is a budget. Nobody likes that word. Do a budget. At the end of the day, a budget is looking at your cash flows. Money coming in, money coming out. How many large businesses do not look at their cash flow? You can't tell me that BHP or Coles or Woolworths or any business out there, whether it's large or small, doesn't look at their cash flows. Money comes in the door, this is how much we've got, this is how much we can spend, this is how much profit we've got left. What will we actually do with that profit? Do we put it back into the business and grow the business? That's the concept you bring back into your own personal financial situations. Look at your cash flows. Where's money coming in and where's money going out? The best way to do this, and we can all sit down, oh, I think I spend this much on lunch and I spend this much on my groceries and education costs this much and I go out and it costs this much. If you actually go through that process and write that down, then the next step, get yourself a little book and do a self-audit. Actually take a couple of weeks and write down every time you spend money. I got a coffee, bus ticket, bought my lunch, bought a magazine, went to the shops, bought a new top. You would be very surprised at the end of the day how it adds up. Then, after a couple of weeks, compare that to what you thought you spent and see how honest you were. Very, very useful process. Time and time again we have clients come in and say, oh, this is what we spend and this is what we've got left over. But when you actually look down and look at it, oh, I think you left out entertainment, so you never go out and you never get your hair done. You all know how much expensive it is to get our hair done. So it's amazing what you actually leave out and what you're not honest about. So the best way to get a good handle on your cash flow, what comes in, what comes out, is to do a self-audit. Do it over a month. And it's amazing, by after a week or so, you go into the shop and you think, oh, I think I could do without that top because I'm going to have to write it down. I've done this a few times and I've actually stopped myself, oh, I've had 2 coffees today, I don't need a third because I'd have to write it down and it'll all add up. So do that self-audit. For us to do a plan for a client, we need to know that those cash flows, what comes in and what comes out the door, are a correct reflection of what the client's doing. Otherwise, you can't get that plan in place. You need to know exactly where the money is coming from, where the money is going to, and what is that profit that you've got left. That profit that you've got left is the important figure that you can say, okay, well this amount, this bit of profit that I've got is what I can use to build my financial future. This is what I can put away. This is what I can put towards holidays. This is what I can put towards children's education. This is what I can put towards setting up a business. This is what I can put towards retirement. Now, if we put that excess into a plan and it doesn't allow you to achieve your final objectives, then we can come back and actually look, well, okay, what's coming in? Have we picked up all the inflows? What's actually going out? Are there things that we can do more effectively? Are you paying too much interest on your loan? Can we look at the way your loans are structured? Credit card debts. Are there ways that we can actually look at that spending to bring it down or adjust it so that you can get the excess to achieve those objectives? And the other thing too is that if you know, well, this is what I want to achieve, this is the excess that I need to achieve that goal, and something comes up, a major expense comes up and you can't avoid it. Something's happened to your car, you've got to go and get all new tyres. It wasn't something that you were budgeting for. Well, my excess is going to adjust this month, and that's just something that we're going to have to change and put into the plan. if an opportunity comes up, you want to go on this wonderful holiday, and that is going to impact on your excess and impact on your objectives. When you actually see, well, that's the impact it's going to have on the future, it allows you to come back and think clearly, do I really want that? So the key is to have a good handle on your cash flows and to keep reviewing it and to keep reviewing the plan. Putting a plan in place and getting a handle on your cash flows is something that needs to be reviewed constantly. We work with our clients, we go through that process with them, we get a plan together, we get their cash flows looked at, and then it's continual review. We've gone through with our clients through this economic crisis and the changing interest rates. Okay, what is the impact on the cash flows? What's the impact of the plan? What adjustments do we need to make? It's a revolving thing because life doesn't stay static. You may meet a new partner. What impact does that have on your situation? There may be some illness. So it's a revolving thing and it's a revolving process. The other key element here too is part of that process is to make sure that you've got adequate protection. And what I mean by that is you can protect your income so that if you do fall ill or have an injury and you can't work, that can be insured against. We had one of our clients, single mother in a home, had a mortgage. Last year she fell at home in the kitchen. Someone came to the door, she slipped and hurt her arm. Couldn't work for 3 months. Her insurance kicked in and paid her through that 3 months. What that enabled her to do was keep paying her mortgage, keep paying her expenses, and it meant that there wasn't a big hiccup to her overall long-term strategic plan. That did actually kick in and provide. What happens if you have, in this day and age, heaven forbid, a cancer or some form of disability occurs? Insurances will come in and provide for that case so that your plan will actually keep along and stay on track. The most rewarding thing that we've found with working in this area, and our businesses stem from, as I said, when I went through this process, my husband, now business partner, went through the process as well and just saw that there was such a fragmented approach out there that people, whether women or men going through separation, we are facing a lot of challenging financial issues, and it is emotional and the issues are difficult. So we thought, well, we can help other people. And the most rewarding thing that we've found in our business is to see clients that have come in, whether they were financially aware or whether they didn't look after the finances at all, to actually, a couple of years down the track, that they're confident, they're making decisions, they're not scared about making a financial decision, that they're actually moving forward with their life, they're gaining financial security. They're paying off their mortgage, they're building wealth, that if a little hiccup comes along the way, they can jump in and face it and deal with it. We have clients calling us and say, oh, you'll be very proud of me, I was in the Gucci shop on the weekend and I didn't buy anything. I stopped and I thought. To see our clients go through that process and actually think clearly about their financial decisions and think confidently about it and actually move forward, it's so rewarding. So I hope you've enjoyed our talk today. The key things I'd like you to walk away with is there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Financial decisions don't have to be daunting. You can gain financial confidence, and it's all about getting a handle of your cash flows, getting a plan in place and finding that financial partner to work with so that you can confidently make these decisions, move forward and have a secure financial future. So thank you for your time today, and feel free to approach me after the talk with any questions. Thank you.